of how to be an art therapist in a mental health facility. So I'm realizing there is just so much information, and if you guys have any questions or things I'm not covering, I encourage you to drop me a line or leave a comment below, because I'm really interested to see if there's anything that I'm missing. So I'm going to try and wind down with the last topic, which is safety. So safety is really, really important, and I'm talking safety for the art therapist. Full disclosure, the first month that I started in this job, I was ready to leave. I was terrified out of my mind. There were patients that came at me that were yelling and screaming and frightening, also harming other patients, not really harming, but just going, verbally abusive to them, things that were being said and done that's nothing that I was used to, and wow, oh wow. So it did take me some time to get used to it, and not everyone is cut out for it, and you have to admit that and be okay with that decision to say, you know what? I'm going to try something different. So it did take me a while. I really did start to adjust and get used to it. And I also found some tricks that helped me. First and foremost is knowing your patients, knowing who's new on your unit. And like where I work, it's a crisis center. I have new patients every single day. It's like Christmas. You come in, there's a gift under the tree every day. This is where other staff members are your best friends. Get to know the techs and the nurses that work with you and ask a lot of questions. They're there way longer than you are. They do 12-hour shifts every day, every other day, so they get to know the patients a little more than you do. They're very hands-on, and they can give you a heads up. So developing a rapport with other staff members who spend more time than you do with the patients is your key to your safety. Another thing that I practice is leaving the group room door open during my groups. I feel safer. I know that if I'm in a situation that is uncomfortable for me, I can talk loudly and there's somebody outside the door that will come in and help me. I have had people come very, very close to me and make my heart pound and race. I have to say that goes away with time, and it really is true. And again, not everyone can handle it, but it can be scary. But I think it's realizing the other side of things. And that other side is making allowances and giving grace to those who are there trying to get help. Not everyone is there on their own free will either. So those are the patients that sometimes you have your struggles with, are the ones that are forced to be there. But once they get acclimated and things are adjusted in their medication and just getting back to where they were, things will level out and it will get easier. Not saying it stays easy. You always get somebody who's in there who's going to wreak havoc. And like I said, that's where you get to know other staff members who can help you and just maintain that calm. And on a personal note, it's really, really important that you practice self-care as an art therapist. My self-care, I'll come home, I'll take a nice 3-mile walk and just let myself air out. I make a point of taking time during the day to step outside of the hospital, whether it's for a half hour to grab a cup of coffee, but getting out of the situation and coming back in and allowing yourself to breathe is super, super important. But feeling unsafe anywhere in your life is not a good feeling. That's why there's a certain breed that is able to work in an atmosphere like this, and I applaud some of these people that do a lot more of a job than I do, like the techs and the nurses who are very hands-on with the patients. God bless them, because they do tremendous work with them, and I really hope the patients do appreciate it as much as I do, feeling safe around them, because I know they got my back and I will have theirs as much as I can. So any other questions you guys have that I have missed, I am happy to answer it as best as I can. I'm Jean, and I'm an art therapist.